Very good morning, student. Earth's magnetic field and magnetic elements from your third lesson, magnetism and magnetic effect of electric current. So this is the picture, Earth's magnetic field. This line indicated geographic meridian and this is the magnetic meridian. Geographic north pole and geographic south pole. This dotted line indicated magnetic north pole and magnetic south pole. This curved lines are indicated earth magnetic field. That is a magnetic lines, earth magnetic lines of force occupied particular surface area. The next point is from the activities performed in lower classes, we have noticed that the needle in a magnetic compass or freely suspended magnet comes to rest in a position which is approximately along the geographic north-south direction of the earth. So this is approximately along the geographic north and the south direction of the earth. So when the magnet suspended on the earth's surface, it comes to rest in a position which is approximately along the geographic north and the south direction of the earth, because opposite poles are attracted to each other, same poles are repelled to each other. So geographic north and magnetic north repel to each other, then geographic south, magnetic south also repel to each other. That is why when the magnet comes to rest in a position which is approximately along the geographic north and the south direction of the earth. So here William Gilbert in 1600 proposed that earth itself behaves like a gigantic powerful bar magnet. But this theory is not successful because the temperature inside the earth is very high, and so it will not be possible for a magnet to retain its magnetism. The next important thing is Coward suggests that the Earth's magnetic field is due to hot rays coming out from the sun. So this is very important point for your objective type. Earth magnetic field is due to hot rays coming out from the sun. These rays will heat up the air near equatorial region. Once air becomes hotter, it rises above, all will move towards northern and southern hemispheres and get electrified. This may be responsible to magnetize the ferromagnetic material near the Earth's surface. Till date, so many theories have been proposed, but none of the theory completely explain the cause of the Earth's magnetism. The next important point, note it down. The north pole of the magnetic compass needle is attracted towards the magnetic south pole of the earth. So once again repeat, when the magnet is suspended on the earth's surface, the north pole of magnetic compass needle is attracted towards the magnetic south pole of the earth. Why? Because opposite poles are attracted to each other. That is why north pole of the compass needle is attracted towards the magnetic south pole of the earth, which is near the geographic north pole. Similarly, the south pole of magnetic compass needle is attracted towards the geographic north pole of the earth, which is near the magnetic north pole. So this is the very important 2 mark. The branch of physics which deals with the earth's magnetic field is called geomagnetism or terrestrial magnetism. Once again repeated, what is meant by geomagnetism or terrestrial magnetism? The branch of physics which deals with the Earth's magnetic field is called geomagnetism or terrestrial magnetism. There are three quantities required to specify the magnetic field of the Earth on its surface, which are often called as the elements of the Earth magnetic field. They are very, very important point. Note this: magnetic declination, capital D; magnetic dip or inclination, capital I; the horizontal component of the Earth magnetic field, BH. The next three important point: days and night occurs because Earth spin about an axis called geographic axis. So geographic axis means Earth spin about an axis called geographic axis. A vertical plane passing through the geographic axis is called geographic meridian. What is meant by geographic meridian? A vertical plane passing through the geographic axis is called geographic meridian. Then, and a great circle perpendicular to Earth geographic axis is called geographic equator. This is also important. Two more questions. The second point is the straight line which connected magnetic poles of Earth is known as magnetic axis. So once again repeat: the straight line which connects magnetic poles of Earth is known as magnetic axis. A vertical plane passing through the magnetic axis is called magnetic meridian. So once again repeat: what is meant by magnetic meridian? A vertical plane passing through magnetic axis is called magnetic meridian. And a great circle perpendicular to Earth's magnetic axis is called magnetic equator. Third point is, when a magnetic needle is freely suspended, the alignment of the magnet does not exactly lie along the geographic meridian as shown in the figure. So the last important two more question is the angle between the magnetic meridian at a point and geographical meridian is called the declination or magnetic declination. Once again repeat: the angle between the magnetic meridian at a point and geographical meridian is called the declination or magnetic declination. At higher latitudes, the declination is greater. Very, very important point. Note this: at higher latitudes, the declination is greater. Next, whereas near the equator, the declination is smaller. In India, declination angle is very small, and for Chennai, magnetic declination angle is, this is very, very important point for your objective. For Chennai, magnetic declination angle is 1 degree 8 minutes, which is negative west. The angle suspended by the Earth's total magnetic field with the horizontal direction in the magnetic meridian is called dip or magnetic inclination I at that point. Once again repeat: the angle suspended by the Earth total magnetic field with the horizontal direction in the magnetic meridian is called dip or magnetic inclination I at that point. For Chennai, inclination angle, this is inclination. Before that we discussed declination angle. This is inclination angle for Chennai, 14 degree 16 minutes. This is also important point for your objective type question. 14 degree 16 minutes. The component of Earth's magnetic field along the horizontal direction in the magnetic meridian is called horizontal component of Earth magnetic field, denoted by BH. Once again repeat the two more question. What is meant by horizontal component of magnetic field? The component of Earth's magnetic field along the horizontal direction in the magnetic meridian is called horizontal component of earth magnetic field denoted by BH. Let BE be the net earth magnetic field at point P on the surface of the earth. BE can be resolved into two perpendicular components. One is the horizontal component. It is represent BH is equal to BE cos psi. Another one component is vertical component. BB is equal to BE sin I. Dividing equation 3.2 and 3.1, we get BE sin I divided by BE cos I. BE cancel. Sin I divided by cos I is nothing but tan I. Then BB divided by BH. This is the very important point, important formula for your problem. The next, at magnetic equator, the earth magnetic field is parallel to the surface of the earth, that is horizontal, which implies that the needle of magnetic compass rests horizontally at an angle of dip I is equal to 0, as shown in the figure. BH is equal to BE. BH means horizontal component of earth magnetic field. BE means net magnetic field. Here, BE be the net earth magnetic field. So, BH is equal to BE, BV is equal to 0. This implies that the horizontal component is maximum. This is very important point, your objective type question. At equator and the vertical component is 0 at equator. This implies that the horizontal component is maximum at equator and vertical component is 0 at equator. The next point, at magnetic poles, the earth magnetic field is perpendicular to the surface of the earth, that is vertical, which implies that the needle of magnetic compass rests vertically at an angle of dip. I is equal to 90 degree. Vertical means I is equal to 90 degree, as shown in the figure. BH is equal to, here, vertical. BH is equal to 0 because horizontal component is 0. BV is equal to BE. That means vertical component of magnetic field is equal to net earth magnetic field. So this implies that the vertical component is maximum at the poles and horizontal component is 0 at the poles. Once again repeat, vertical component is maximum at poles and horizontal component is 0 at poles. Thank you.